At this video, I'll show you how to program the Dreamy piano. I start with the Kronos German Grand. It's a little bit too high, so I turn the octave to -1. Now I change the lid position. I can use the value fader, the wheel, or just use your finger. Next, I turn velocity bias to the minimum -100. That's okay, but we can do more. I go to Common, Insert Effects, and the routing. Here we can see that the piano is going to the Insert Effects 1. And now we can see there's a EQ and I can turn it on. So what's going on at the EQ? I go to Insert Effects 1 to 12, choose 1, and we can see a boost at the low frequencies and the high frequencies. Now I change it. Now I want to add a little bit delay. I go to Chain, and now the signal has been routed to Insert Effects 2. In here, I choose a delay, the tape echo, and turn it on. So the echo is very loud. I go to Insert Effects, and here I can change the balance between wet and dry. Wet is the effect signal, and dry is the original. That sounds great because I just want to add a little bit color. You can see these sense values, and I want to use them for adding a little bit reverb. So I go to the master and total effects, routing. Here are the master effects, and I prefer to call them send effects. And these are the total effects, and I would prefer to call them master effects because they influence the whole signal. So in here we got in chorus, we don't need this. And here is the reverb. And it's okay, but I want to use another reverb. I want to use reverb hall. Now let's see what's going on. that's not really such a big difference. So I go back and we can see that the return from the master effects is just set to 90, but the maximum is 127. That sounds better, but we go to this effect, the Master Effects 2, and we can see that we got the balance between wet and dry here again. And it's better to set it to 100% wet. Because when I set it, for example, to this one, now when I send the signal to the master effects, I get back a little bit reverb and a little bit of the original signal. But I just want to get back the reverb. So that's too much. Now let's save it as a new program. Write program. We choose an empty space. And I call it Dreamy Piano. Now I want to add an electric piano. So I go to Quick Layer. And here I can choose my electric piano. I go to Keyboard, Synth Electric Piano. And let's try it. This sound is great, but I got to turn down the octave again. And the volume. And now it's got a great bass. Okay, now we create and write a combination. I go to this one. Okay, now we've created a whole combination. I go to Insert Effects and the routing. Now we can see that the piano has been routed to Insert Effects 1 and the electric piano to Insert Effects 4. This way. And we can see that we got routed the electric piano to the send 100%. That's too much reverb. Let's hear it solo. Now I turn it down. That's better. So now I write the combi again. And next I want to add a little pad. The great thing is I can do a quick layer with the combination 2. So I choose it. In here I got the combination, and here I got the new program. So I want to use a slow synth, and let's try it. Not really. Let's go further. This one is better. We got the right octave, but now it's too loud. And we write combination again. Okay, you can see that our name changes. That's sad, so we got to type it again. And now we have a look to the insert effects. The pad has been routed to insert effects 5. We got an EQ, and we got a little bit delay, and the send is too high. So let's choose this one. That's great, but now I want to add a little bit shimmer or muffle to the piano. So I want to use the pitch shifter at the next free insert effect. This one, insert effect number 7. I choose this one, and now the pitch shifter, and I can use the stereo pitch shifter, but first I take the normal pitch shifter. Now I want to go from the tape echo to this effect, and I say not insert effect 3, I say number 7, and I choose chain. So now we go from insert effects 1 to 2 and to number 7. From here I can change the sends. Let's have a look what's going on here. and I turn it up to 1 octave. And I try another one, I try this one. And here I can change the delay time. And the feedback. So now we got a little bit shimmer. Now I turn it down an octave. It doesn't sound as expected. So I change it to normal.